Because the donut shop's a Euro place now, though I never cared much for either. And just as I'm turning in, its windows stay dark. Because other windows are also dark. Because one movie theater's a church, another's boarded over and for lease. Because the mall's a nearly empty parking lot, and the real lot's a used car dealer, and even my son's conceded to calling all of it sad. Because when the palace of a Carnegie burned here, they put up something temporary until they could do it right. 60 years later, the makeshift second story is held up by beams that double as the first floor stacks, and some people think this is more than any of us deserve. Because I started to write a letter that began, "Dear City of my Heartache," that ended, that no one read, that got lost in the mail. Because I yanked the handle off the overpriced fridge we bought last year, and when trying to rehang the sucker, noticed the screws already stripped must have come that way, which made me think about the factory that made refrigerators, the one that hauled off and headed someplace not here. Because I sat through the fabric of a chair the other morning and dragged the whole thing to the curb. Because the light bulbs keep burning out and there's nowhere to recycle them. Because more often than not, I buy something that breaks just as I finish peeling adhesive beneath the price tag. Because temporary. Because impermanent. Because the only love I know seems to be store-bought and businesses just keep folding. Because when I point to a hole in the wall the end table has dug, or to how the floors are spitting up slivers more and more, someone says, "It's your house, remember? It's okay, just live in it." Because I started held up by beams that double as the first letter that began, "Dear City of my Overpriced." Maybe the half-life of everything just became a quarter life. Maybe the sign I passed along the highway, the one whose arrow pointed to a town called my name, is more than anything I can commit to. Turn right to find me, it said. I threw the car into fifth, kept going forward. Because tonight my son said, "Remember how once you told me that when it's night here, it's day somewhere else, across an ocean?" Coming out of sleepiness, I nodded. And the sun, he wanted to know, doesn't it get tired? If it's anything like us, sure. We can hope it isn't anything like us. That means a day is really long, isn't it? Yeah, a day goes on and on. Because it does. Because the basement floor of my son's elementary school is made of dirt. Because mold. Because asbestos. Because the gymnasium substitutes for the cafeteria, the assembly hall, and his speech therapist twice a week unlocks the door to her office that used to be a closet where the mops lived.